and a place for everything. So this testimony is a testimony of how God healed me. Um, from what I don't know, because doctors did not know. So I came to Kingston. This was throughout my college experience when I embarked on that journey of starting college and everything. I remembered when I was about to go in, like, work and travel, where you travel and you work and you come back home. I remember I went overseas, and when I was going overseas, I had very clean skin. Like my skin was very nice and everything. My grandma, she always give me cocoa butter from where me. I be a cocoa butter for her skin. So skin pretty. But it's like when I went overseas, I started I think I started to see it before I went, and I started to see some rash all over my skin, like rashes in here. My neck was covered, like little rashes of patches, and they would itch really bad. And I remembered that I went overseas, and I came back, but the rashes they got really bad. As in, my skin now was scaly, as in scale. Like when a snake sheds skin? Yes, that was my skin. It was terrible. Um, Something that I don't like to remember, but I have to reflect because when I roll back those curtains, it can't be man, can never be man. I remember I came back to Jamaica. I went to the dermatologist. My dad brought me to the dermatologist, and let me tell you, I've been going to the dermatologist months upon months, and they keep giving me the same cream, the same medicine, until me get tired of it. Like, I literally get tired and I say, I not take no more of this, because this not help me. This is only making my skin get worse. So can you imagine coming back to start college and you have to be focusing on skin? Your skin just break out. I'm not talking about a regular rash like look up eat rash. Me talk about some real rash. The rash will cover your whole neck like somebody has stifle you. Rash where it a itch you. You lie down on your bed, and when you itch it, you see the skin a fall off. And this is something that I know the Lord has done for me because I have felt it. Every time I share this testimony, it's deeper than I think. And I remember how I went to doctors, dermatologists. One time when I went to the dermatologist, she sent me into the room and said, strip naked. I went inside, I stripped, and she said, lie down on the bed. And I remember when I lie on the bed, she said, wow. Ooh. She said, wow. She called 5 dermatologists, 5 doctors to come and look because she herself couldn't recognize what was happening to my skin. None of them could not know. They were saying, what is this? They touch it with their gloves and everything, and they were saying, them no know what this. Them never seen nothing like this before. It was all over my body, my back, everywhere. And I remembered my dad keep carrying me, and him get fed up too. Cause him tired. Tired. We tired for your god doctor I get the same thing over and it not change. And I remember it itched too, It itched so good. It itched really bad. And I remember I have a cut right on my belly that the doctor said, alright, we're gonna do a biopsy to cut your skin and send it go lab. And that's when they had a biopsy and they sent it go lab. And they even had me doing tests, every test. Like when when you have skin problem, them saying you go do a whole like a thorough check to see if it's anything in your blood, anything transmitted. But it was nothing. Like my blood result came back, the lab result came back, and there wasn't anything. But only thing that they got, the skin result showed that I had psoriasis. Me no know myself of psoriasis from me a pitney. I never encountered psoriasis. So where psoriasis come from? I didn't claim psoriasis to myself. I didn't claim psoriasis to my body. And I remember in the office and the doctor said, the only thing can happen now, I'm going to give you a pill, but it's going to affect your organs. Yeah, it will fix one, but it will affect another. I'm going to tell my father, said, no, I'm not take nothing. We are going to destroy my body. And I walked out of that office and I did not take that pill. It was like a 2 pill because the dosage, them say, they can't give me too much of it. So I did not take it. I rejected it. I didn't know that was fate because I didn't know that God was coming to work things out. And as I said, months go by. If you know, say you left the doctor's office and things are resolved, so you know, so things are get worse. Because nothing that they there for help you now. Normally the pills are the creams that help you feel like calm down the little itching, and when you itch it, it was getting like a little sore, because yes, my skin, my nails them long. So it's like you can imagine that. Them say don't itch it, but it's hard not to itch it. And I remember being on my bed the night. Suicidal. Yes. My dad was a soldier, so he was not really home. But in the community that I was at, it was very bad. Like there was a lot of crime and a lot of things that was happening. So I was sleeping on the ground because I never feel safe. So imagine all of that unsafe, stress, and now the skin problem, and plus me have school. If you know, see me uniform, it's
Yes.
white. It's white. So every time if it itch, I just be a white. I come off from my uniform, and I remember being in that bed and my dad had a friend that was living is her apartment, so she lived upstairs, and she was having this lady that was their friend that was coming over to go to river the next day because we had planned to go to river. I remember the lady came in, and she come the night, but I didn't meet her because I don't know her. And I remember the night I was sleeping on my bed, and I remember that lady was speaking in tongues for the entire night. Remember, I said me there on my bed suicidal. Me I said, God, can't take this no more. Me can't do this. Because I not go to church time. Remember, I come at town and I forgot about God. After God blessed me and give me 9 subject, me then I'm a degree thing now, I'm kind of get a little bit hype. So
Yes.
so now the lady come and she was there and she prayed the whole night in her tongues. If you know when you exalt God, when you worship God, anything that is around you that is not of God, it will be like it will there's an infliction, like there's something that is pulling on me the night when she was praying. And I said, God, what is me can't sleep. The lady literally has she just a pray the whole night. I don't know who sent her or what she has tried to. But in myself, me I say, what this woman I come and make be nice in an apartment. You know say apartment this and a one house. So it's like no. Um I remembered the morning we get up and for go river, my father come home and everything. I'ma go upstairs and there was just something in me a itch me I for go to her and ask her why she a make so much noise. So me go to her now and say, hi, how are you doing? And she say, hi. I'm say, some say to her, I say, what happened last night? Why all of that? If you know you don't understand tongues. I didn't understand tongues at the time. So I was questioning God. I say, why the noise there? Why they talking there? And I remember how she said to me, are you a Christian? And me and myself say, yes. Remember, so I'm baptized from 2015. So me I say, yes, I'm a Christian. Not knowing Christianity is not just a name, it's a lifestyle. I wasn't living that
That's
lifestyle.
true.
And
Yes.
I remembered how she called me and she hugged me. And when she hugged me, she go in her bathroom and she vomit. After she vomit, she pulled me in. And there was the deliverance begun. That was my first deliverance. And she said the deliverance, it was 3 hours. She said she never have deliverance in 3 hours with somebody yet. Never ever. And I remembered how that began. And as me say, long story short, after that, she said to me that your deliverance is not over. It's a continuous process. And as she came, she delivered me. I keep meeting new people that introduced me. First, I met this, I don't know if you know Shanique Beckford. I got a encounter with her first through like her ministry, a prophetic ministry, and I met her online, and I, you know, had this session with her, and she was telling me about the things that I was going through. That was, it wasn't physical, it was spiritual. And I remembered everything went by. I started to have dreams, and I think she had me to this group where I met this lady that was, her name was Marilyn. And when I met Marilyn, now, as me say, me I show you say be a destiny helper, God has saying, be a divine encounters, because remember, these are people that I don't know. I didn't grow up around these people. And I met Marilyn, and Marilyn now introduced me to Pastor Neil, which is assistant pastor of Liberty for Living Ministry. After I encounter Pastor Neil normally has like midnight prayers, like 12 o'clock in the night. He might pray at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And I joined on his platform with his wife and everything. And yeah, that's how my journey began until now. After that, now they introduced me to Liberty for Living Ministry, and that's where my true birthing began, as in a birth. Because sometimes we can be pregnant, and the pain that we're feeling, we don't want to push, but in the pushing, that's where our birthing comes through. So it's like I met them and I got baptized again, because sometimes we we think we needed to do something, but there's a time. So I think that time, 2023, is where God initially said, this is your time, this is your season. And after I had that encounter with God and everything, I got baptized at Liberty for Living Ministry, and I got baptized in Jesus' name. And believe me, I've before that, when I started to meet these persons, I have not been going back to the dermatologist. So my skin, yeah, skin nice, skin pretty, but I wanted to show you the pictures that I'm telling you, it is real. It is real. Like, I'm telling you guys, this was hard. I can look back, but I'm telling you, there's a feeling in my belly that God has delivered me. Who could it be but God? I've not been going back to the dermatologist for years. For years, I've not been going back. I be a natural stuff. Like sometimes I sit down and God will just give me stuff to make natural juice. Sometimes our body just need natural stuff. Sometimes our body just need purging. Not only purging in the physical, but purging in the spiritual. Because things manifest spiritually before they manifest physically. So that was my encounter with God. And it's something that I want people to take very serious. People believe in God. He's in that healing. Anointing is here. And a man do this. A God. I went through college with that. And he brought me out alive. Because I'm telling you, I was suicidal. It was getting to me. If you know you're grown and you have to wear be a long clothes, be a long dress. At the time it was like COVID. So me get look plan. Say, okay, the mask can cover my neck. Anytime I put on it cover my neck, because I was so ashamed. People look at me and I say, Tashialee, oh, you look so mamaga, because I was so stressed. I couldn't eat for days and nights. But God came through. It is God, it's not man. I don't go to dermatologists. I've not been to dermatologists. God is my dermatologist. God is my dermatologist. He will tell me what I need. Only him. So yes.
Miss Johnson, just before you say what you have to say, Miss Makati, I want you just to, in a nutshell, share with the audience what it's a very inspirational story you are sharing with the audience, and I want you to
Am I hearing?
and you hear me now?
Yep, I'm hearing now.
Right. So just share with the audience or define the condition that you had so that others can hear, because sometimes you have other persons who are going through the same situation but they don't know what it is. So
Okay.
in a minute, just share the condition.
Okay.
And after you share the condition, because there's two levels here, you actually went to the doctor, because we want persons to know that medical science is important. That will go to the doctor and get help, get medication or whatever treatment they can. But there are some times when they are not able to help, and you have to seek, the help of the Lord. I always share my story about how the doctor says that I have chronic glaucoma, and I can empathize with you. It might be two different conditions, but they were unable to help me. But today I can of the Lord's deliverance. So
Amen.
just share with the audience, because this is what Empower Her to Succeed is about. Sharing stories from women who would have navigated their challenges and overcome. So we're having some dynamic talk here. So just go ahead.
Okay, so the doctors did a test. As I said, I went to dermatologist. Dermatologist is a doctor that specializes in skin. I had a skin issue. I had very bad rash. Like my rashes were really bad, as in they were so bad to the point where they were taking like literally all of my skin. So they were like small patches until they started to get big. Like them just start spread. And yeah, me itch them. So I think they began to form. Like sometimes I would have I would have like rashes here, and by the end of the week, the rashes them joined together, and I didn't know what that was. And I I did a biopsy, and the dermatologist, diagnosed me and said, that, they told me that I had psoriasis. Psoriasis is I think it's an autoimmune disease type of thing. Not really a disease, but it's like, would I say, a skin problem? Like it's like them I say, my skin is like a skin shed, and your skin is like it keeps on overproducing a lot of skin. So it's a layer. It just be producing layers, layers, layers. So my skin started to be very scaly. Yeah, that my skin was very scaly. I'm mixed with my grandma gene, so I have the Indian in me. So when my skin become that numb, me kind of question it, because me I say God for the past how much years I've been living with grandma, and I've been not having any of these. So where them here come from? And yeah, autoimmune skin disorder. I don't know where it came from, but as I said, the doctor said it was psoriasis. I've never heard that word before. Never ever. I've always been going to the doctor, never for skin, but they told me I have eczema before, but it was never psoriasis. So how psoriasis get in the equation? But yeah, that was it.
So, what it means that when someone encounters